Iranian journalists carefully examined both security reports and field intelligence to closely monitor ongoing naval developments and shifting maritime activities across the region. As of early February 2026, Iran has expanded its presence at sea, with the number of its active operational vessels in surrounding waters now rising to a total of 32. The Iranian Navy is showing an increasing dependence on locally produced ships, especially featuring newly enhanced destroyers and upgraded domestically built vessels. Overall, the country's naval fleet has grown steadily, moving from 29 vessels in late January to 32 ships operating in the region by early February. Interestingly, in the same time frame, the number of U.S. naval ships declined slightly, dropping from 14 active vessels to just 12. According to defense analysts, this represents a deliberate shift in tactics, with the U.S. Navy moving from focusing purely on numbers to emphasizing mission-specific deployments. In the final week of January, a total of 29 naval vessels were recorded in the region's waters, which included 14 American ships operating under various commands. Out of these, 3 ships were actively engaged in operations in the Gulf of Oman, one being a U.S. Coast Guard vessel accompanied by 2 logistical support ships. The remaining 11 American vessels were stationed across the Persian Gulf, consisting of 2 destroyers, 3 frigates, 5 Coast Guard cutters, and 1 additional support vessel. By February 4th, the combined vessel count had risen to 32, including 12 U.S. ships maintaining strategic activity throughout the area. The U.S. aircraft carrier strike group led by the USS Abraham Lincoln was positioned strategically in the southern Arabian Sea to ensure rapid response capability. This powerful carrier group was accompanied by 3 guided missile destroyers operating near Yemen's Socotra Island, forming a tight defensive perimeter. The naval formation remained stationed roughly 1,400 kilometers from Iran's key southeastern port of Chabahar, maintaining a careful watch on regional traffic. Military observers noted that this placement offered the carrier group wide operational range over the entire Western Indian Ocean and nearby trade routes. Recent intelligence analysis suggests that the southward movement of U.S. naval units is part of a larger strategic realignment in the region's maritime landscape. Experts believe the evolving situation reflects a complex mix of security concerns, political dynamics, and energy interests playing out across a highly sensitive area. Around the same time, drone simulation exercises were being held in Georgia, coinciding with intensified Iranian drone threats against the USS Abraham Lincoln. On February 3rd, a U.S. fighter jet reportedly intercepted and shot down an Iranian drone attempting to approach the aircraft carrier during its patrol mission. However, Iran's Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, claimed the drone was conducting a routine and lawful reconnaissance mission, according to reports by Iran International. Despite being destroyed, the Shahd drone reportedly succeeded in transmitting data back to Iranian command before it was taken down by U.S. forces. In a separate incident, another tense encounter occurred between Iranian and U.S. forces within the narrow and heavily trafficked Strait of Hormuz. A U.S.-flagged oil tanker was allegedly harassed by several small Iranian patrol boats while making its scheduled transit through the strait. A nearby U.S. Navy destroyer reportedly responded swiftly to assist the American vessel, a move later confirmed by U.S. Central Command, or CENTCOM. Despite these back-to-back confrontations, Washington made it clear that the ongoing nuclear negotiations with Iran would not be suspended or cancelled. Initially, Turkey was selected as the host venue for the talks, although Iran subsequently requested that the discussions be relocated to Oman. The Trump administration agreed to the change, confirming that talks would proceed in Oman, with key Arab allies expected to join as observers, as reported by Axios. President Trump also issued a warning, threatening to launch a renewed military operation dubbed Midnight Hammer, if Iran decided to back out of the negotiation process.
On Iran, are the negotiations still happening this week?
Yeah.
Where will they be? And what do you need to hear from Iran?
They're all over, but they are negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something is going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out, and we did Midnight Hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We are negotiating with them right now, yes.
Mr. President.
Where will the meeting be? It seems like
I can't tell you that.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.